Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really beautiful poem that you might have even heard of. It's called All Things Bright and Beautiful. When was the last time you did that? Just stopped and really looked at a flower or listened to a bird. It's kind of easy to forget to do that, right? Well, today that's exactly what we're going to focus on.
So we're going to explore this gorgeous poem that's all about gratitude. Just being thankful for the incredible world we get to see every single day.
All right, let's jump right in. First up, a beautiful world.
Okay, so listen to this. Wow, that's kind of the main idea right there, isn't it? It's saying that everything, and I mean everything, the huge things and the super small things, was made by the Lord God. What a big thought to start with.
So that leads to a pretty simple question, right? Who made all these things? All the big animals and all the tiny ones? Well, the poem is super clear about it, and it uses this great word for them.
Creature. Yep, it just means an animal. Any animal, big or small. So when the poem says all creatures great and small, it's talking about the whole animal kingdom, from elephants to ants. Okay, so now that we've got the big idea, the poem starts to show us some amazing examples. It's like it's taking out a magnifying glass to look at all the little details.
This part is just so lovely. Just think about that. The bright colors on a flower petal, or the tiny, tiny wings on a bird. It's all about noticing those little details we might walk right past every day.
And that word tiny, it just means really, really small. So the poem is making a point. Don't just look at the big stuff. Look at the amazing details in the tiniest little things too.
But then look what happens. The poem goes from something tiny to something huge. It's like we've zoomed way out. So it's not just the little things, it's the giant, amazing things too, like mountains and sunsets that fill up the whole sky.
Purple-headed. Isn't that a cool way to describe a mountain? You might think mountains aren't purple, but they kind of are sometimes. If you look at them from really far away, especially when the sun is rising or setting, the tops can look all hazy and purple. It's a perfect description.
Okay, so the poem has painted this incredible picture of the world, but now it does something really interesting. It turns the camera back on us. It's all about the gift of seeing.
Listen to this. Whoa! So all that beauty isn't just there. The poem says we were given these amazing gifts, our eyes and our lips, for a reason, to see it all and then to talk about how incredible it is. So that makes you wonder, right? Why did God give us eyes and lips? What's the point?
Well, the answer is just so simple and beautiful. We have eyes so we can see all this amazing stuff, and we have lips so we can say, wow, look at that. It's all about noticing the beauty and then sharing that feeling of wonder.
And that idea of sharing how we feel, it leads us right into what we're talking about next. How we say thanks. Because if we're supposed to appreciate all this, how do we, actually do that?
Really, the whole point of the poem, the big message, is super simple. It's about showing gratitude to the Almighty, just being thankful.
And there's a really easy way to make this a part of your life. It's just a little morning habit. First, just be quiet for a couple of minutes when you wake up. Second, think about some of the good things you have. And third, just let yourself feel thankful. That's it.
Of course, it's not just about sunsets and flowers, right? Who else can we thank? Well, think about the people in our lives. Our parents, our teachers, our friends, even our elders. They're all part of the bright and beautiful things we should be grateful for.
All right, as we start to wrap up, I've got one final thought for you. And this one's really cool because it's about how being thankful actually makes you feel good.
It's so important to remember this. You feel good when you do good things. It's that simple. When you help a friend or are just kind to someone, it makes you feel happy inside. So being thankful can lead to being kind, and being kind makes you happy. It's like a happy circle.
So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge, a question to think about for the rest of your day. What is one good and kind thing you will do today? Just one small thing. Thanks so much for joining me to explore this beautiful